Good evening, Canby, and welcome to the, January 7th, 2015 City Council regular meeting, and we will be following that here in a little bit with a special meeting. Happy New Year to you all. Before we get going, I'd like you to all stand. Normally we start with the Pledge of Allegiance, but tonight we're going to start with a little bit of an invocation, so if you'll please stand for that, and then we'll do the pledge. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the new year ahead of us. Thank you for the men and women that are here on the dais who serve tirelessly for our community. Bless our community going forward this year, and please keep us in your hands and do great things for our community. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please have a seat. We have a little agenda change up here this evening. Instead of doing the Garden Showcase Tulip Donation Acknowledgement, we're going to start with the Canby promotional videos, and with that, Renata Mengelberg will give us the rundown.
We're very excited to unveil our new Canby promotional videos for you this evening. This was a collaborative effort that's been underway now for about 6 months. Instead of having a out-of-state video company come in and do a promotional video for us, we decided we could do better with our local talent, and we have so many talented organizations and folks here that have contributed to the effort. Video is how we communicate these days, and we don't have a promotional video for Canby. What this is a series of 5 vignettes that can stand on their own or together can create a broad picture for the community. So there's 5 areas that it focuses on. One is downtown Canby. One is why Canby is a great place to do business. One is why Canby is a great place to live. One is focused on the Canby Pioneer Industrial Park. And the final one, which is still in development and I hope to show you within a few months, is one on why it's a great place to visit, a tourism attraction. So each is about 2 to 3 minutes long, so altogether about 8 to 10 minutes. And I'd like to thank many of the community and business leaders that contributed to the video. They include Joe Shaddix, the general manager for Shimadzu USA, and Paul Schlumberger, the president of Pioneer Pump, both in the Canby Pioneer Industrial Park. Jamie Stickle, our Main Street manager. Frank Cutsforce, a longtime community leader and owner of Cutsforce Thriftway. Pat Johnson, longstanding superintendent of Canby High School. Lori Bothwell, the leader of the Clackamas County Event Center. Ken Arigati, new business owner in town for Backstop Grill. Cheryl Frampton, the new business owner for Big White Goose. And last but not least, Mike Jordan, former city manager, former county commissioner, former Metro chief executive officer, and now director of the Oregon Department of Administrative Services at the state level. So this video was put together by CTV5. They did the videography and the post-production work. The voiceover, you'll notice immediately, our own Counselor Parker was our talent on that. And then it was written and produced by Claudia Johnson, Strategic Communications, one of our local public relations leaders, and then led by the Economic Development team. So with that, I'd like to start the show. Let's make sure it works.
Is one of 4 in Canby and one of the largest industrial sites in the Portland metro area.
The 300-acre park boasts plenty of affordable, shovel-ready land, available in a variety of sizes and amply served with utilities. This unique opportunity for new industrial development is the result of city leaders planning many years in the making.
The Canby Pioneer Industrial Park was originally envisioned back in the early 90s. The city council understood that there was going to need to be some job creation here, and we took some steps to try and create an industrial area that could attract more jobs.
Jordan says there were many partners involved, from the school district to landowners to city leaders like Jordan, that work together for what is today a prosperous community. Local and international businesses are scooping up the deals, supported by Canby's pro-business and development climate and incentives. Shimatsu was among the first businesses to move its U.S. headquarters to the park. The Canby plant is an industry leader in manufacturing high-quality analytical and clinical instruments. 70% of them are sold throughout the world. It produces high-performance chromatographs and gas spectrometers and conducts customized research and development. Shimatsu Vice President Joe Shattuck says Canby's cooperative, welcoming relationship with business owners and developers is unparalleled.
One of the things that impressed us the most was the level of cooperation, a very can-do attitude that would help us to purchase the property, develop the property, and actually begin to produce instruments here in Canby.
Easy access via Interstate 5 and I-205 to Portland International Airport, the Port of Portland, and downtown Portland are among the many factors attracting new small and mid-sized industrial business to Canby. Pioneer Pump manufactures specialized pumps that are used in major operations worldwide. Company managers say the location and workforce options are ideal for this growing company.
We're really centered between an environment where we can pull the very best people. So we pull from some of the rural areas, a lot of our mechanical people and folks that run our machining centers. In addition, we're only 20 miles away from Portland, and depending if we can pull from both groups.
The City of Canby offers industrial incentives, including reimbursements for systems development charges. Canby also offers a 15-year property tax abatement for manufacturers that make very large investments. Industrial park managers and employees find living and working in Canby brings all the amenities of a big city with the friendly, close-knit sense of a community of a smaller town. With an abundance of shopping and housing, including high-end executive housing and entertainment opportunities, Canby is a great place to work and live. Canby is also on the cutting edge of communication technology, ahead of any other city in the state.
Canby is the only city in Oregon to offer gigabit broadband service. Gigabit service is blazing fast internet broadband access, which is dedicated to each business's business or home.
Shimatsu doubled its site with completion of this facility 2 years ago. Its global vision gives it room to grow. Pioneer Pump's president agrees. There's a great future for industrial development here in Canby.
We were able to first buy and build our first building. In addition to that, we were able to expand to an additional warehouse. And then just recently, we purchased another 4 acres in this same industrial park. There aren't many areas within the Portland metro that offer that amount of land in this type of environment. It's been a phenomenal experience, and we look forward to the future, doubling the size of the business over the next 5 years.
Canby is a great location for all kinds of small to mid-size industrial businesses. The community offers a variety of ready-to-develop sites, a business-friendly, responsive approach and a lower cost of doing business. Your business can thrive in Canby.
So in theory, it should go right into the next one. Let's see about that. Okay, so the next one is downtown Canby. This one's for general business.
The Big White Goose is a lifestyle, inspirational, creative design store for people that would like to repurpose and relove and redesign their homes. I chose to move here because I absolutely love the community spirit. I love the vibe of Canby. I think it's up and coming, and this is where I wanted to be and grow my new business.
Business owner Cheryl Frampton says she knew the opportunities here would take her business to the next level. Her busy store shows her success.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Backstop Grill owner Ken Aragati says moving his restaurant business to Canby was his best move ever.
I owned 5 other restaurants before. This is the best clientele that I've ever worked with.
New and relocating businesses are also attracted to Canby by the generous incentives and business-friendly climate.
We also have a revolving loan fund that can make things possible for businesses either to buy land, build buildings, or do tenant improvements. The Canby Urban Renewal District is a great tool to shape the future of Canby. It's invested in our downtown and made it much more attractive with new streetscape improvements on 1st Avenue and 2nd Avenue. And it provides incentives for businesses and property owners to continue to spruce themselves up.
City Hall has prided itself on being really friendly to medium and small businesses, either when they want to locate here or when they want to expand. They have made it a priority to get people through permitting processes in a relatively short period of time.
Many businesses, like family-owned Cutsfords Thriftway, have expanded and succeeded in Canby for generations.
We've got 86 years in business in Canby, starting with a small meat shop, but now it's a full-service food market. I like what we've done the last few years downtown. They've done some good things with streetwise to facilitate the future for Canby downtown business with parking and a feel.
Canby's positive business climate and welcoming atmosphere inspire optimism in this fast-growing community. Regular activities that support local businesses like Light Up the Night, 3 on 3, and summer sidewalk sales keep customers engaged and business thriving.
If somebody wants to move to Canby or is thinking about it for their business, I would just tell them, don't think, just do it.
The community here wants you to be here, and if you just do what you do, work hard, and be part of the community, you'll be successful.
So you got 2 more, but luckily they're short, so. I don't know why the audio is not.
Is there a mute on your button?
It might be.
We don't have to listen to that guy anymore. functional source of transportation. Speaking of transportation, Canby has a great local bus system. It's also very accessible. Just 5 miles from I-5, it's easy to get downtown and around the Portland metro area or to the airport and train service. With progressive schools focused on high-tech, manufacturing, and engineering education, Canby's a great place to raise a family. It also offers business, a skilled workforce, and welcoming community.
At Canby High School, we have an extensive career readiness program as part of our college and career readiness program. Our career center, our school of career program, that's the hub. We provide over 500 job shadow opportunities each and every year, and that's a one-day out-of-school job shadow with a community business leader.
Canby's expanding business and industry and a growing population is well served by responsible and affordable utility providers, a result of foresight among Canby's inspired visionaries.
All the major infrastructure components are controlled by the community, which is pretty unique in Oregon. The electric system, the water systems, telephonic systems, cable systems, internet systems. The city controlled, the city and or community-based organizations control all that infrastructure.
Canby is the only city in Oregon to offer gigabit broadband service, and that is a huge benefit to our businesses and our residents.
That high-speed internet connects homes or businesses, ensuring direct service with no disruption and guaranteed speed and quality. Canby's moderate climate and many appealing options for recreation and culture make this place one of the most livable cities in the Northwest. Our Willamette Valley Country Club offers some of the best golf in the state. People are moving here, and we've got plenty of great housing options, from apartments to affordable family neighborhoods to large executive homes. Executive housing and other amenities draw managerial talent to Canby for a uniquely high quality of life. Pioneer Pump President Paul Schlumberger says he and his employees love working and living in Canby.
From my perspective, having your business and where you spend most of your time in a rural setting is excellent.
People love the strong sense of community, connection, and can-do spirit of Canby. It offers plenty of small-town charm and a unique sense of history and deeply rooted sense of place. People feel connected and find lots of opportunities to engage and make a difference. Welcome to the Garden Spot.
Nice job, Greg.
Yeah.
And of course, Tony Gonzalez and Gordon Christensen from CTV5 especially were instrumental in making these videos. So special shout out to them, and I know they're in the back room videotaping the proceedings, so I want to make sure they heard that appreciation.
That's great. Renata, great job. I especially like the behind-the-scenes pieces of some of the Pioneer Industrial Park businesses. I know some of them are sometimes tight-lipped about what they share and what they don't share, and so that was great that we were able to get that footage. And Councilor Parker, great job.
Yeah.
Great voiceover. That was wonderful. My question, Renata, I don't think, so now that we've done this, what do we do with these videos? What happens with these?
So we're hoping to spread the word widely. Of course, we'll put it on our city website. We'll put it on our Canby business website. The Chamber of Commerce has committed to putting it on their website as well.
Great.
We'll put it out on the Canby Main Street Facebook page, the city Facebook page. We'll encourage all of our community and business leaders to kind of spread the word, make it go viral on social media. We're getting those links very soon. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have the links and get them out to everybody. And then, of course, I'll be using it to respond to specific business recruitment leads, embedding that in an email so that they can open it immediately and take a look. I have to say we had some early sneak peeks at this, and I used it as part of attracting developers to Canby, and it certainly helps sell the community and generate interest.
Thoughts of a YouTube channel, Canby YouTube channel?
A great idea. I'll have to explore that.
All right. We'll add that to Tony's list.
Need somebody under 25.
I can barely say YouTube channel without stumbling over it. All right. Well, Renata, thank you. It was great videos.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And is Barb here yet? She was running from volleyball or basketball park. No? Okay. Well, we'll continue with the agenda, and when she shows up, we'll circle back. So moving on with our agenda this evening, communications. And all Joe or Rick?
None for me.
None? Okay. First opportunity for citizen input or announcements this evening. There are yellow cards there on the, we'll call that the podium there in the back. If you are interested in making a comment or saying something to the council, please fill out one of those yellow cards and bring it on up. And not seeing anyone madly rushing towards us to do so, we'll move on. Mayor's business. Well, Happy New Year. Well, it's nice to see a full auditorium. We should do swearing-ins more often, or talk about one-way streets. Just kidding. My mayor's business, it's been a long break since our last meeting in the beginning of December, and so there was not much to report. All was quiet for most of December, and so I hope everyone had a great Christmas and Santa was good to you all. And with that, we'll send it down to the end of the dais there. And
well, that was quick.
Yeah. I know, unusual.
I don't have anything for Canby Adult Center or Parks and Rec and Canby Fire. We didn't have anything to really report this month. I'm really looking forward to starting the new year, and hopefully this cold will go away soon.
Yeah, feel better soon.
Thank you. Be nice.
Councilor Hensley.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. Likewise, I'm trying to not talk too much tonight so I don't start a coughing fit. Things were pretty quiet. Attended a number of community events, but I'll keep the report short so I don't start a coughing fit. But thank you. Happy New Year.
Feel better as well.
Thank you.
Councilor Coleman.
Well, Mr. Mayor, first of all, I'd like to thank Tracy Height for nominating me to push the lever to light up the tree in the park. That was a lot of fun, and what a great event that is. Also got to attend the library's first show of homes. There was 5 homes. They were all very nicely decorated, and I believe there was over 100 different tickets sold to visit the homes. And as I understand it, after the end of the day, everyone got together and looked at everyone's homes, and then they all got together for a real nice dinner. So that was great. Let's see, I got to sit down with Melissa Kelly, the library director, and just say what a great event that was. And one suggestion I made to consider for next year for the library would maybe be to get together with some of the local realtors and developers who obviously want to sell homes and show homes, and maybe expand that to more than 5, and that could be a bigger fundraiser. I had the opportunity to go out with my fellow traffic safety guy, Bob Backstrom. We got to deliver some of Cutsforth Thriftway's famous donuts to the city, Public Works, the fire department, and the police department, because we know they like donuts. But our next traffic safety meeting is this Friday at the Public Works building from 8:30 to 10, and then we have a special workshop later on this month on the 23rd. And I'd just like to say what a privilege it's been to serve the community of Canby. It's a wonderful place that my wife and I and our 2 little dogs are proud to call home. And just thank all of you. You guys have been great guys and gals to work with. And I just appreciate it and wish you all the very best.
You'll get an opportunity to say that again, okay? Not yet. Council President Dale.
Mr. Mayor, likewise attended a variety of community events around the holidays.
On the Canby Utility front, they're continuing their administrator search, and we should have news soon as the candidate deadline comes to a close. From the Urban Renewal Agency, would like to let Canby know that we advertised a request for proposal for architects for our new combined Civic Center, which is a library and city hall. And we were delighted to receive 7 qualified proposals to come in. That's significant. Todd's shaking his head, Rick's shaking his head. For a community of our size, shows the interest in this project that's out there. And tomorrow we begin evaluating those in the selection committee, and we'll be bringing you some news as we work that list down. Rick, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I would just say that that our target for bringing to the council recommendation for a final selection is January 21st. We have a target date of February 4th for the contract to be let for the architect. And at that time, we'd initially anticipated bringing the findings and recommendation on the CMGC, Construction Manager General Contractor, waivers that we'll be requesting on the 21st of September, but we're still working with legal on the wording for the findings, so we expect that that will come the same day the contract does, which would be February 4th. So we're still on schedule, doing well.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Councilor Parker.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing unfortunately.
All right. We'll move into the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the approval of the minutes of December 3rd, 2014 City Council work session and meeting, and move to reappoint Gwendolyn Polgar and Matt English to the Municipal Audit and Financial Oversight Committee for terms to end on December 31st, 2016.
Great. Pardon?
That appointment's the special meeting.
Oh, very good. So tonight we have just the approval of the minutes of December 3rd, 2014, City Council work session and meeting. Alrighty.
Motion made by Councilor Dale and seconded by Councilor Coleman to approve the consent agenda, which includes the approval of minutes of the December 3rd, 2014 City Council work session and regular meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes 5-0. Moving into resolutions and ordinances.
Okay, the first item we have are 2 ordinances. They're coming back for second reading. The first one is Ordinance 1405. This is proclaiming annexation of 4.62 acres, including 4.47 acres of real property described as tax lot 2600 of tax map 31E27C and 0.15 acres adjacent to North Pine Street right-of-way, and amending the zoning from rural residential farm forest, RRFF5, to low-density residential, R1, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah, so this is our second reading on this. So our first meeting in December, this was on the ballot here back in November. Both of these ordinances this evening, it was for annexation of property off of North Pine, and then the other one is for off of Southeast 13th Avenue. And so both of these were voted on and passed pretty substantially by the community, and these will be zoned residential for so new single-family homes that'll be developed over the next couple of years. Okay. And a motion, please. You ready?
Alrighty. Mr. Mayor, I'll move for ordinance number 1405, an ordinance accepting the results of November 4th, 2014 election, proclaiming annexation into the city of Canby, Oregon of 4.62 acres, including 4.47 acres of real property described as tax lot 2600 of tax map 3-1E-27C, and 0.15 acres adjacent to North Pine Street right-of-way, and amending the zoning from rural residential farm forest, RRFF5, to low-density residential R1, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits.
Second.
Motion made by Council President Dale, seconded by Councilor Hensley, to approve ordinance number 1405, an ordinance accepting the results of November 4th, 2014 election, proclaiming annexation into the city of Canby, Oregon of 4.62 acres, including 4.47 acres of real property described as tax lot 2600 of tax map 3-1E-27C and 0.15 acres adjacent to North Pine Street right-of-way, and amending the city zoning from rural residential farm forest, otherwise RRFF-5, to low-density residential R-1, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits. All those in favor?
It's a second
Sorry,
reading.
and I even made note of that this time, Kim, so I wouldn't. That's why you're here for us. Roll call vote.
Thank you. Counselor Rocha?
Yes.
Counselor Hensley?
Aye.
Counselor Coleman?
Yes.
Counselor Dale?
Aye.
Counselor Parker?
Yes.
That passes 5-0.
Okay, the next item we have is ordinance 1406. This is also before you for second reading. This is an ordinance accepting the results of the November 4th, 2014 election, proclaiming annexation into the city of Canby, Oregon. 32.1 acres, including 31.6 acres of real property, described as tax lots 400, 500, 600, 700, and 800 of Section 3, T4S 1. R1E, RM Assessor Tax Map 41E 03, and .5 acres of adjacent southeast 13th Avenue right-of-way, and amending the zoning from county exclusive farm use, EFU, to city low-density residential R1 and tax lot 700 and 800, and medium-density residential R1.5 for tax lot 400, 500, and 600, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits.
Great. Ready? I'm ready, sir. I will take a motion.
What she said.
Yeah, what she said.
Mr. Mayor, I move for passage of ordinance number 1406, an ordinance accepting the results of November 4th, 2014 election, proclaiming annexation into the city of Canby, Oregon, 32.1 acres, including 31.6 acres of real property described as tax lots 400, 500, 600, 700, and 800 of Section 3, T4S, R1E, WM, Assessor Tax Map 4, 1E, 03, and 0.5 acres of adjacent southeast 13th Avenue right-of-way, and amending the zoning from county exclusive farm use, EFU, to city low-density residential, R1, for tax lots 700 and 800, and medium-density residential, R1.5, for tax lot 400, 500, and 600, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits.
I'll second.
Motion made by Council President Dale and seconded by Councilor Rocha to approve ordinance number 1406, an ordinance accepting the results of November 4th, 2014 election, proclaiming annexation into the city of Canby, Oregon, 32.1 acres, including 31.6 acres of real property described as tax lots 400, 500, 600, 700, and 800 of Section 3, T4S, R1E, WM, Assessor Tax Map 4, 1E, 03, and 0.5 acres of adjacent southeast 13th Avenue right-of-way, and amending the zoning from county exclusive farm use, EFU, to city low-density residential R1 for tax lots 700 and 800, and medium-density residential R1.5 for tax lot 400, 500, and 600, and setting the boundaries of the property to be included within the city limits. And this is for a roll call vote.
Counselor Rocha?
Aye.
Counselor Hensley?
Aye.
Counselor Coleman?
Yes.
Counselor Dale?
Aye.
Counselor Parker?
Yes.
That passes 5-0. So now my wife understands why when I come home at night I have no words left, because we read long ordinances like that. And that's streamlined.
That's an easy night.
That's an easy one. All right. Well, thank you guys for that. Moving into new business this evening, under new business, we have a presentation to Councilor Coleman. So, Mr. Coleman, we put you on the spot up front here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll read this and then I'm going to say a few things.
Okay.
Okay. So this is presented to you, Clinton H, and the H is for? Hey, Coleman. In recognition and appreciation of your 2 years of service on the Canby City Council and for your untiring dedication and commitment toward the betterment of the city of Canby, January 2015. Councilor Coleman, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
You've been such an amazing part of this team, and just today, I went into Starbucks to get a cup of coffee, and there's a group of car guys that sit at one of the front tables. And one of them grabbed me today and said that they, after a couple of conversations about some other issues, commented that they appreciated the work that you've done as a counselor. And they especially appreciate the things that you've done with the Traffic Safety Committee and being able to reduce the speed along township, over not township, territorial, and really have taken a big piece of our community and have really made it safer and have really worked with the Traffic Safety Committee and done that. You work tirelessly on our council, and I really do appreciate your service. And I really look forward to working with you more in the future. So I'll give that to you, sir. And the floor is yours if you'd like to say something.
Well, I'd just like to say what a privilege it's been to serve the community and to work with all of you and you, sir. And my wife and I love it here. And this is where we want to spend the rest of our years. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, you do. Both of you turn.
Thank you.
City Administrator business and staff reports.
There's absolutely no way to follow that, so I would just refer you to the management team minutes in the packet and leave it at that.
Great, thank you, sir. Next is our swearing-in ceremony. Well, wait. We've got. Is she here? We've got people here. Barb. Welcome, Renata. We introduce.
So very honored to introduce Barb Iverson to you. She's a very generous donor to our Canby the Garden Spot showcase. Those were launched just this spring and were beautiful with dahlias and other locally produced plants this summer and fall. But there is a gaping hole in our flower display in the springtime until about July when the dahlias will bloom. So Wooden Shoe Tulip Farm very generously donated almost 5,000 tulips, 8 different colors, 8 different kinds. That will be a dazzling display from, say, March till May. And then we'll have several hundred crocuses also blooming on First Avenue. So we're so delighted with this very generous gift, and we'll hope that residents of Canby come and admire, and when they see them blooming, they'll know to go down to Wooden Shoe and see all the rest of the beautiful tulips they have there. So with that, I'd like to introduce Barb and have you say a few words.
Well, Barb, for you and for the Wooden Shoe, we just have a certificate of appreciation to say thank you for your generous donation of thousands of beautiful tulips and crocus. Renata shared the picture of what will be blooming come spring, and so we're very, very excited, and thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
To you guys for doing that for our community.
Well, it's an honor to be involved in the Garden Spot. We even though we have a Woodburn address, our kids go to Canby. We're in the Canby School District. We're involved in Canby, so it's great to be involved in Canby in some way. So thank you.
Well, you do a great job, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now we will do the swearing-in ceremony.
Everybody in that wants to be in here? Want to be sure. They're practically in the parking lot out there.
Squeeze on in.
So.
Let the chief in.
Here. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brian Hobson,
Having been duly elected to the office of Mayor of the City of Canby,
having been duly elected to the office of the City of
the office of mayor in the city of Canby
at the general election
at the general election
on November 4th, 2014,
on November 4th of 2014.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I am a qualified elector of the city of Canby
that I am a qualified elector of the city of Canby,
and that I have resided in the city of Canby, Oregon
that I have resided in the city of Canby, Oregon
for not less than 12 months
for not less than 12 months,
immediately preceding November 4, 2014,
immediately preceding November 4th, 2014,
and that I will support
and that I will support
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
and the state of Oregon,
and the state of Oregon,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of mayor of the city of Canby, Oregon,
of the office of mayor of the city of Canby, Oregon,
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Then there are some counselors to be sworn in, is that right? You can come forward, please, or down.
Do we all?
All three of us at once.
All three at once. Speak for all of you. You know all the names? Okay. Raise your right hands, please, and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Todd Roker,
Having been duly elected
having been elected
to the office of City Councilor
to the office of city councilor
of the City of Canby
of the city of Canby
at the general election
at the general election
on November 4, 2014,
November 4, 2014,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am a qualified elector
that I am a qualified elector
of the City of Canby
of the city of Canby,
and that I have resided in the City of Canby, Oregon
and that I have resided in the city of Canby, Oregon
for not less than 12 months
for not less than 12 months,
immediately preceding November 4, 2014,
November 4, 2014,
and that I will support the Constitution
and that I will support the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and the state of Oregon,
and the state of Oregon,
and will faithfully fulfill the duties
and will faithfully fulfill the duties
of the office of City Councilor of the City of Canby, Oregon.
of the office of city councilor of the
City of Canby, Oregon, to which I have been elected.
to which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I'm impressed.
Counselor Height, if you'd like to take a seat up here, please. You're fine. We're going to adjourn here. And thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Counselor Rocha, Counselor Parker, and Counselor Height. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for your service and congratulations. Thank you. I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead. I think we've got some great things that are going to be underway here in our community over the next couple of years, and I'm looking forward to this team making some very tough decisions coming up here in the very near future and really laying some great things ahead for our community. So I'm looking forward to it. With that, we'll move into an opportunity for citizen input if there are any yellow cards that have come in. If anybody would like to make a comment, I'll open it up to the floor. No? Okay. We'll move into action review.
You have approved the consent agenda and you've adopted ordinance 1405 and 1406.
You're not going to read them again?
Nope.
Please. Joe, is there an exec session tonight?
Not tonight.
Before I adjourn, there is a special meeting afterwards, this, where we'll have to just do some decisions on some liaison roles here for the new council. And then after that, which would hopefully be we'll see how long that goes, but hopefully a short conversation. We'll have punch and cupcakes afterwards, so please stick around and enjoy that piece. And with that, we will say thank you again, Councilor Coleman. Thank you. And we'll adjourn I'll take a motion to adjourn the regular meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Non-debatable.
And it's non-debatable, that's right.
All right, that meeting is adjourned. All right, we'll call to order the special meeting, and we'll move into, again, citizen input and community announcements, if there are any at this time. No, all right. Wasn't sure if Mr. Perez was going to...
We're good.
Okay, thank you. We move into the consent agenda. Yeah, I know, it's good. First meeting of the year, and Greg Perez is keeping an eye on us, that's good.
And now, Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda, which includes the reappointment of Gwendolyn Polgar and Matt English to the Municipal Audit and Financial Oversight Committee for terms to end on December 31st, 2016.
Great. Motion made by Councilor Dale and seconded by Councilor Rocha to approve the appointments, the reappointments of Gwendolyn Polgar and Matt English to the Municipal Audit and Financial Oversight Committee for terms to end on December 31st, 2016. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? That carries 5-0. New business this evening. Before we move in to discussion of council liaison positions, I have a letter to read from Councilor Ryder, who could not be here this evening. It states, "It is with a heavy heart that I need to announce my resignation from the City Council. I would like to thank you, the Mayor, council members, city staff, and all department heads for 2 years of the most enlightening experience in my life. It has been an honor to have served Canby, and I will definitely be following you on CTV5. Sincerely, Ken Ryder." So just, if you see Ken, Mr. Ryder on the streets, please thank him for his service. I know that he wanted to be here tonight but could not. So that piece that we'll move into right now for our conversation is the open council position now and how we want to potentially handle the appointment of that seat. Appreciate Council President Dale and Kim doing some pre-work for us to have this conversation this evening. Councilor Ryder and I had this conversation just before the end of the year, and so we've had done some legwork prior to tonight to be able to have this conversation. So with the open seat, I think we have two options. We can do what we've done as our process over the last probably 5 or 6 years, and that is to go out and do an application process. We can then conduct interviews, then appoint from there. So the way that would look would be an announcement in the paper next week. Kim, is that correct? Mm-hmm. We would close the process on January 23rd, and then interviews and decision on February 4th. The other option that we have, option 2, I think, is that we can look at appointing Councilor Coleman. Seems how he just left the position, ran for election. to retain his seat. Granted, it's not that seat that we're looking to appoint, and it's a midterm appointment, but it is an option that we have in front of us that we could do. And so with those options, I will open it up for discussion on your guys' end and thoughts and what you guys would like to do. Don't be afraid to jump in there, Councilor Parker.
Pondering.
Well, I've thought about this. I mean, if Clint were on a slate today, I would probably be voting for him, but there's something that I think is equally important, and that's process. When I came on the council 4 years ago, there were still rumors of good old boys network and people taking care of each other, and I just think we should try to avoid any appearance of that, of running an open process, and hoping that Clint applies to that. But I think that part of our job is to make sure that this is an open process.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Likewise, Mr. Mayor, quite acceptable to go ahead with our public application. That's been our tradition. I think Councilor Parker has pointed out that all but 2 of us now that are on the council came through appointments and through that process. And it's a pretty time-honored tradition, very transparent to the public. The delay would only be about 4 weeks or so, Kim, right? 1 month? Okay. And then we could look at filling the seat, and we have already found that the judge is available that night as well.
I appreciate the legwork on that piece of it from the both of you. Thoughts?
I agree.
Okay.
Same thing. I'd probably go for Clint right now too, but I think it needs to go out. We need to do our due diligence and process.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
That's right.
Let's be transparent.
Okay.
I suppose it might be different if it were Councilor Parker or Haidt that weren't able to take Officer Rocha after the election.
Sure.
Then we could go down the slate to the next one that was voted.
that
But
makes sense.
since it's not that seat and it is a midterm appointment to a different seat, this is the way to go, in my opinion.
Okay. So Kim, as a matter of order, do we need an official motion or just as a consensus call here that we've got? Okay. So we will quickly get into the paper for next Tuesday, Wednesday's publication and delivery. An announcement that the city council vacancy notice, and the city of Canby is accepting applications to fill the remaining term of a vacant position on the Canby City Council. Per Canby Charter Chapter 7, candidates will be interviewed and the person selected will be appointed to serve until December 31st, 2016. All right. Okay, thank you all very much for that. So then we'll now discuss the liaison positions that we have in front of us. So we'll just kind of...
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's understandable. Anybody have a throat lozenge for Councilor Hensley?
Yes, I do.
You might be in need of one. We'll take a lozenge time out.
Council President appointment first.
If my cold gets extended, I'm blaming you.
Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Counselor Height's lucky to be on this.
Yeah.
Start out unexposed.
Yeah.
Glad there's a chair between. Sorry, Rick. Let's hope that you don't get sick.
I know, it's not a little outgunned here.
First,
Sick and left town.
I took my cold, left. Yes, I took my cold and went out of town. The first order of business is determining council president. Councilor President Dale has been gracious in that spot now for the last 2 years, and if there's anyone that would be not opposed to him staying in that position, or...
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to, is it a motion, actually, or?
Yes.
I would like to move that Councilor Dale continue on as council president. He's done an exceptional job at organization and listening to all the voices and helping pull together a consensus, so I feel very confident with his leadership.
I'll second that if you'll accept the duty.
Yeah, we haven't asked if you...
Yeah, right.
I will think, Mr.
I was banking on that piece. All those
Regardless of whether he wants.
Yeah, right.
Been moved.
All those in favor of Council President Dale continuing as Council President Dale?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So be it. There we go. So first liaison position is the Bike and Pedestrian Committee. Counselor Parker, would you still be interested in serving in that capacity? Thank you. Budget Committee, usually the committee chair is decided at the Budget Committee, and in years past, that's been you, and he is on board.
Good.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Canby Public Library Board, and I've had a great conversation with Counselor Hyde about this, and for the time being, while I would like to have Counselor Rocha do it, that liaison role for the time being, as we go through the construction piece, in case there are questions and aspects of that piece that we can answer for the library board as that goes and continues on that process.
Question, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing to prevent counselors from doubling up on attending these.
No, if there's an interest and you want to double up and be involved, absolutely. We can go to as many meetings as we'd like to and be involved in as many committees as we wish to.
Upon completion of construction, I would like us to reopen the discussion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's what you mean by time being, after the completion?
Yeah, yes, just as we start to go through the architectural process and we start building out the building with Todd, in his construction background, being able to answer any of the questions that the library board may have as that project starts to move forward from a design or from a build-out standpoint. Just moving forward on that piece. Comment?
Okay. If multiple board members, council people can attend the meetings, yeah. If we're welcome to attend, I think that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I would hope that you would do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we do have, to explain this a little bit more, we have a couple things going on. We've got a programmatic thing, which I would like to see you, from a policy standpoint, represent the library. And we've got $8 million of spending that's going out there that we're going to be able to blame Todd for if it screws up. So.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep it there.
Okay.
And to that end, we all can go to all of them. If
Yeah.
we
They're all
chose.
public
public meetings.
So, any other comments on that one right now? No. Okay. And yes, we could absolutely revisit these liaison roles, and depending on what happens with the appointment process, we may need to, we'll need to do that again, or at least shuffle the deck in some regards. So, Canby Utility Board has been Tim, Council President Dale. Do you still are interested in doing that, sir?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Historical Review Board has been you, Councilor Parker. Is that still okay?
Thanks.
Right now, the Municipal Audit and Financial Oversight Committee, councilors involved have been Council President Dale and had been Councilor Coleman. I don't think there's anything slated in the next couple of months for that, so we can wait for the appointee piece on that, if you so wish.
So that's double teamed already?
It is.
Well, it's part of the committee.
All right.
It's not a liaison.
All right. Did want to have some.
Yeah, I think when we initially set that out, it was to have council representation on the policy end of things, and then, but not to be outnumbering of the citizen involvement aspect of it.
I remember that discussion.
Park and Recreation Advisory Board has been Councilor Rocha. If you'd like to still continue that, I'd appreciate that. Planning Commission, that has been Councilor Ryder. We can leave that for the appointee, Councilor Height. I don't know if that's something that you have an interest in?
No.
No? Okay.
Wise choice.
We will leave that blank for the moment. Traffic Safety Commission, Councilor Hensley has expressed interest in that, and that would be great. Thank you. Transit Advisory Committee had been Councilor Ryder. If there's a interest there, or we can discuss that when the appointee comes on board. Anyone? We will leave it blank for the time being. Canby Adult Center, Councilor Height, would you be willing to take that role?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Canby School District, Councilor Height, would you? Perfect, thank you very much. Main Street Program, Councilor Parker, will you continue in that role, please? Thank you. CTV5, that's been Councilor Parker's Wheelhouse, Counselor Hensley has expressed an interest in that as well, or?
Please.
Okay.